Hey guys, it's Cruz and welcome to this video. And we're going to be talking about the myths of sales, and we're going to tackle them front on today because there's a lot of really bad myths around sales out there, like sales is sleazy and slimy, sales is hard, or you shouldn't do sales, a sleazy car salesman. And we're going to tackle them straight on the head, because if you want to become a phenomenal salesperson, business owner, someone that is a phenomenal 6 and 7 figure closer, then we're going to have to remove these negative stigmas and myths around sales, because they're not true. Sales has feelings too, man. Don't be so rude and mean about sales. You know, you hear all this stuff online, and I see the biggest thing that holds a lot of entrepreneurs and coaches and business owners back is they suck at sales and they hate sales because they've got all these stigmas and stories that they've made up around sales. So we're going to face these front on today so that you have strong beliefs around sales and you understand what the myths are, and you don't allow other people to place their projections on sales when they've never done sales before and they've just heard other people say things they've never done sales before, or they might have tried sales and it wasn't like a good sales job. It was just like, you know, door-to-door sales, and they didn't get trained up properly and have the right mentor and system. So then they blame sales based on them not being consistent and taking action. So we're going to really have a look at these myths today around sales and what some of the ones are that I've identified. So number one, like I said before, people believe sales is bad, sleazy and slimy. And where this stems from is people in the past have probably talked to someone that didn't have the best intentions or sold them something that wasn't right for them. And that doesn't, you know, because ultimately, like, people have been used to hard selling sales, which is traditional sales, and people have been forced or controlled into buying things that they don't want to because they've spoken to people that are more maybe like ego driven or traditional sales people that didn't have that person's best intentions at heart. And this really hurts me as someone that I love sales so much, and I teach people to sell with integrity from their heart and do it in an authentic way, because that's what really resonates with people. When in business and sales in this day and age, people are waking up, they're becoming more aware, and you can no longer sell in that way. So we want to remove this stigma that, you know, sales is bad, it's sleazy and slimy. It's not the case. I love sales. It's just like having a conversation. So the reframe here is that sales is about giving. You give first. You're helping another human being on their journey. You're building a relationship. You're serving that person. You're literally getting them started on a journey of a lifetime. You're transforming and changing their life. Like, talking to you now, none of you would have been here if I didn't know how to do sales, if I didn't learn door-to-door sales, if I didn't go through and invest money in myself and start doing high-ticket closing. You wouldn't be here getting the value from this program and be on a pathway that can transform your life. So I want you to know that sales is amazing, and I want you to own that. I want you to own that you are a salesperson and that you should get rich because you're helping people. You should get rich and make money and freedom because you're making sales. You should get rich and make money because you're doing sales, and it's a highly paid profession, and that's awesome. And that should be a love for you that you're choosing this path of being a closer, and just own that you are now a high-performing closer. You are now a high-performing salesperson, and fall in love with that you actually get to call yourself a high-ticket closer, 6-figure closer now. So the real key behind this is you should unapologetically shout from the rooftops that you are now a 6-figure closer, that someone should buy what you offer because you have so much passion that you're going to transform and change this person's life. And you're only going to sell something that you're passionate about. You're only going to sell something that you know is going to help someone, and you're only going to sell to people that are aligned to what it is that you're going to buy, because we're doing integrity-based selling. So you should unapologetically shout to the rooftops now and start telling your friends and family and people around you that you are a 6-figure closer, that you are a salesperson, and that you do it with integrity. You change people's life, you impact people because you do it in the right way. All right. So this sales presents an opportunity for people to change their life, to have products that align to them, that make them really happy and create that satisfaction, buying satisfaction. That's number one. All right. So I want you to recognize these, and when people tell you bullshit stories around sales that they're just made up, they're not true, and these people don't actually have the credibility or experience to be saying that, or they've probably had an experience with someone, which means that's one person, but that's the small minority. It's not the majority of people that are doing sales with integrity, with ethics. Step number 2, people don't like to be sold to. This is not true. All of you guys here, you're buying things every single day. We live in a world, a consumer-driven world, where there is stuff literally everywhere. We're upgrading the new iPhone, we're upgrading the new MacBook, we're getting new cars. We love to be sold to and buy things. We love to be pitched. We want someone out there who is a showman to give us an amazing pitch. I love it myself. I love someone that's amazing at what they do. I'll buy something from them. Like when I was in Thailand, there was this guy, just to give you an example, and he just went so above and beyond to get the sale from me. He just pushed and he just pushed and he just pushed, and then he was funny, and then he was singing, and he was doing all these different things to get my attention, that by the end of it, I didn't even really want what he had, but I just gave him money because he just gave such a great effort, and I knew the effort that he put in. So people love to be sold to. People love to buy because it makes them feel good. You're making a human feel good. If you make people feel good, they will buy more. If you add more value to more people, you'll get paid more. This is the key. And we see people line up outside of Apple stores for a new iPhone literally overnight because they want to buy things. We have vision boards and catalogs and magazines and books and goals and dreams of things that we want to buy. Unlimited bucket list goals. So you need to understand that people love to be sold to. People love to buy. We are programmed to buy. People want to buy. The only thing is just having the strategy and learning the art of communication, sales, persuasion, closing, so that that's easy for you. But people love to buy. It's just the way that you do it and the way that you approach sales and the skills that I'm about to teach you. Step number 3, you have to be a natural born salesman. You've got to have the gift of the gab. Huge myth. I was shy when I started in sales. And I know most millionaires that I know were very shy when they started in sales. I used to run to doors. There is no such thing as a natural born salesman. Everyone starts somewhere. If you look at all the people that are really confident, Tony Robbins, he did his first presentation to his mum or his family, to one person in a room. He was never that confident. He just had the drive to make it happen. I was never confident. I never could do videos like this in the beginning. I never believed that I was doing these things when I first started out, when I was like 18, 19. I created this through drive, through studying, through reading books, through going through training courses and, perfecting my craft day after day through repetition. So there is no such thing. Everyone who started in sales was a beginner and developed unconscious mastery of the skill, which means that you've developed and you've gone through the 4 learning stages where you are unconsciously incompetent, where you're not aware that you're not good at sales. So you might go to do your first pitch or booking call and you thought you were good, and then you go to do it and you go, wow, I'm actually not that good at this. And then so that shifts you to being consciously incompetent, where you're now aware that you're not good at the skill of sales. And the next step is to shift you to be consciously competent. So you become very good where you can start converting sales, but you always have to follow a script. And when you do sales, you've kind of got to think about it and think about the words that you're saying and think about what you're doing. And it's more sort of rigid because you're consciously competent. The next step is unconscious competence, right? Where you can start to do things automatically without even thinking, where you're at unconscious mastery, where things flow and you're not even thinking. You don't need scripts like me. I just jump on the phone with people and do videos now, and I'm naturally persuasive because I've been doing this for so long and I've built and engraved persuasion and skills and communication from doing this stuff every single day and doing thousands and thousands of hours on the phone and thousands of pitches. It becomes unconscious. So I just want you to know that most millionaires were shy, awkward, were beginners that got started. No one was amazing at sales when they started. No one started out and it's made money overnight. Everyone's been through a journey, and it's just about stick-activity and building that skill set mastery from doing this stuff day in, day out. Okay, so there's no natural born salesman. You just got to get in, get moving, and you'll get better every day. And the hardest part is getting started, and you're started now. Congratulations. And now it's just about doing this day after day and learning, which means you get the fast track because you're in this program. You're going to do it faster than me by doing the work. because this is more than what I ever could have wished for when I started, to go from being a beginner to a master in a short period of time. Step number 4, sales is hard. Bullshit. Sales is easy. Sales is actually really, really easy when you have a proven process and training system. And you guys have over 40 videos and trainings, a closer zone to practice with people, live events. You have weekly calls with me, an unconscious master, 7-figure closer. So once you have a great training system, you can get quick feedback, you can ask questions, you've got support to keep your energy high, you've got rituals and habits that keep you as a high performer, you can master the skill faster so that you don't take the shots and you don't take the hits, and you can learn quicker because you've got a predictable, proven system, you've got the right guidance, and you've got someone like me behind you backing you every single step of the way. So once you have the skills, sales can be done with so much ease, grace, and flow, how I do it. And luckily for you, you've got the fast track to everything that I wish I had when I started. So these are some of the most common myths about sales and some of the things that hold people back. And I just want you to know that sales is a love, sales is a passion, sales is amazing, and it's a highly credible profession for you to be in. And it's something that you should be very proud of, that you are now a 6-figure closer, that you are now in the vehicle of sales, because it's the oxygen and moneymaker of any business. And when we choose this as a love, and we're exceptionally proud of ourselves every day, waking up as a closer and someone that gets to change people's lives through their ability at closing like me, you are such a gift to the world, because most people are fearful at sales. And this is how we're going to change the game, guys. It's through our ability at sales and closing for different companies out there, and helping them grow and impact and get more of their message and voice out to the world through your closing ability. So don't take this lightly, guys. Own it now. You are a 6-figure closer.